Ricky here for Picket Studios. Thank you so much for being here. We truly appreciate it. You guys, today I'm going to be making a card of the sea life and all that great stuff from the latest release from Picket Studios. You guys saw my release video over on my personal channel of all the good things that came out of this release. And I'm super excited to make something from it today. But before we get down to the desk to see what we're going to be playing with, just a few things. First, subscribe to this channel. Secondly, click that notification bell so you know a new video has come out. Third, leave some comments down below. You know, we like to have a little conversation with you guys. And then fourth, share the love. If you think someone would really like this video, if they like sea life, if they like paper crafting, or maybe they're new to it, or they just like a dude with orange glasses on that matches his shirt, this video is for them. So make sure you send that out to them. So without further ado, let's go down to the desk to take a look at what we're going to be using today. Oh, look at there, my desk trivet, my rainbow desk trivet, you guys. Perfect for putting your cup of coffee on, your drink, your ink pad, your glaze, all kinds of good stuff here. Make sure you pick up one of those. They're pretty great. I love it. All right, so the things we're going to be using today is a palette knife. We're going to be using some white cardstock. We're going to be using a sea turtle's journey along with the coordinating dies. We're going to be using tropical breeze, stencils, and embellishments. And we're going to be using these three lovely ladies here. The paper glaze glass, new here. We have sea glass blue, we have sea glass coral, and sea glass green. And we're going to put this on some paper, make it look real pretty today. And then we are going to do some alcohol marker coloring and all kinds of good stuff. So let me go ahead and get the desk set up so that we can go ahead and get this started. Okay, so the first thing we're going to do is lay down our ink blending palette here. There we go. And then we are going to do some, not even ink blending. We're going to be using these three paper glazes and placing this on the paper. So what I kind of want to do is make like a beach scene with this. So how we're going to do this is we are going to take the first coat. Actually, let's start at the bottom first. We're going to use sea glass coral, and we are going to make this look like sand on the bottom of this card. So, or this card panel. So we're just going to take some of this and we're just going to kind of make it look like sand. And we're just going to tap, 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 like that. And we're just going to leave it thick like that. We're going to make it have texture and all that great stuff. And then we're going to go in with this color, sea glass green. Check that out, you guys. It sticks. I love that. Makes taking pictures a lot easier. But anyway, we are going to use sea glass green here. And then we're just going to do the same thing. We're going to take a bunch of it here and kind of just smear it around. We're going to make this kind of look like waves. Just kind of, you know, give it some texture as all well, but just kind of make it look like wavy because, you know, it's supposed to look like water. All right. And then last but not least, we are going to use sea glass blue, and we're going to take the same amount and we are just going to do it up at the top here to make it look like water and waves and all that stuff. You can mix these up if you want to make it, give it a little bit of mixing. That actually looks cool. All right. So then what we're going to do is just let this dry. It's going to take a while because it's pretty thick. You know, we got a good amount on there. So what I'm going to do is set this to the side, and then what we'll do is we'll get started on the next step of the process, why this is doing its thing. Okay, so the next thing we're going to do is go ahead and stamp out our little turtles here. I'm not really sure which one I'm going to use. This guy might be a little too big, so I might be using this guy here. Maybe we'll go ahead and stamp out both of them, and then we'll see exactly, you know, which one we end up using. If we don't use the other one, we could just stick it in the back of the packaging and use it for next time. So let's go ahead and get both of these out here. Get them stamped out. There's actually like a whole family. They're like freaking adorable, so cute. But maybe I'll just do, maybe I'll do this one too because cute. Why not? All right. So let's go ahead and pick these. Well, let's scoot this guy over a little bit. He's a little bit too far to the edge. All right. So let's pick these up. And we're going to rub these down real quick with just our hands, just so that we can get a little traction for the ink. And then we're going to use our black hybrid ink from Picket Studios. Just get this nice and inked up. Yeah, this looks great. So I'm going to take this offline. I'm going to dry it with a heat gun real quick, and then we'll come back and we'll start doing some coloring. Okay, so we have heat set this so that hopefully, none of the black is going to, you know, smear as we do our alcohol marker coloring. I'm going to be using the Olos today. You can pick these up over in the store at Picket Fence. And I'm just gonna, these are actually pretty much the same colors that I used for the seahorse earlier in the last video that I did. And we're just gonna do what we did last time. Is just get this all colored with just this light green. We'll do this one too, because I think I'm going to use this smaller one actually. I should probably color the smaller one instead of the big one right now. So nothing too hard here. We're just covering the whole turtle. Then we'll take the next color, YG. We're just going to kind of do some shading around each part of the shell area. Again, nothing too crazy here. We're just kind of shading where the artwork has been shaded actually for us already. So we don't have to actually work too hard in the shading area. We just kind of do our thing here. Then we'll take the next color, still go over that same area, just a little bit less, make it a little darker, maybe throw in a few lines around here. We're just kind of doing color on top of color. This already has a lot of texture to it because of all the circles that are on the turtles, so there's really not too much there's no guesswork here. You just kind of put the color where you want it. We're going to come in with the next color, just kind of, and then with this color here, what we could do is instead of like adding color here, what we could do is we could just do dots. Turtles have dots all over them, or little circles, so we could just add more dots in the areas where there's already circles. So you're like giving him a little bit more dimension, just a few more dots. And actually, if you wanted to, you could just do all dot work on him, which would be really nice and cool. So you could go in and just put little dots on him. So there, I mean, we gave him a little bit of texture there, which was really nice. And then what we can do is we can go back in with the lightest color and kind of blend this all into one. So that looks, I mean, that looks pretty great, you guys. It looks pretty realistic too. I might go in here with this blue-green here and maybe just add, a little bit of green. You don't have to put it everywhere. Just put enough that makes it just, a little subtle, but just enough to give him a little bit of difference. And this makes him look like he has a little bit of color and some dimension, and he looks super cute. So I'm going to do the same thing for this little guy here, and then I'm going to cut them out with the coordinating dies, and we will go to the next step. I'll use the coordinating dies, and then we'll cut them out, and I'll bring them back to show you what he looks like. Okay, so the next thing we're going to do, oh, let me show you these guys. Look how adorable they are. So freaking cute. Super, super adorable. Really cute. Aww. Anyway, we're getting ready to do the sentiment, but before we do the sentiment, I wanted to show you guys what these look like here. So this is this one is a little different than the one that I originally showed you guys because I did this a few nights ago because I needed it to be dry so that I could complete this video. But I also wanted to show you guys what this looks like on black paper because I did it on black. It's shiny, but it looks pretty cool too. So if you were going for like a nighttime look, which we're not, you could totally do it this way as well. But we're not going to be using this, but I did just want to show you like how pretty that is. It's, you know, it kind of looks metallic and wet. That's what it just looks wet. That's cool. So this is the one that we're going to be using today. And it looks like the beach and I like it. And although I like the one that I showed you or you know, that we did together, I like that one better, but it's not dry. So we can't use that one today. So what we're going to do now is the sentiment. Let me go ahead and pull the stamp set out and let's see what we're going to use today. Let's do, all right, let me see how we're going to do this today because I'm kind of going to use this as a mat. I'm going to cut this down a little bit, but it's going to be kind of our card base. And then this guy is going to go here. And maybe this little baby is going to maybe go like right here. Some kind of something sort of like this. So the sentiment needs to either fit here or it could be under here. Which I like this one. It's sky above, sand below, peace within. So I think that's what we're gonna be using today. And we're gonna cut this out of the middle because we're gonna be using this black piece of paper um, as a mat. So let's do it this way. All right, and then we're gonna use our anti-static powder because we do not want the embossing powder to stick to the cardstock. And then we'll just use some clear embossing ink. And because this is such small writing, we want to do light stamping. This is super small, so this may not even work with the heat embossing. So we're going to find out if it does. If not, then we'll have to figure out something else. But let's test it out. Let's see how it goes. All right, so let's put it on the card and let's see how this looks. All right, so we're going to heat this up. We're going to see what this looks like. It may be too small once it gets melted. If so, we'll come back and we'll try to figure something else out. So I'll be right back. Okay, so it's actually not that bad. It works. Let me see if I can get this to focus. Just 1 second. It actually works. It's a little small, but you can actually read what it says. So what I'm going to do is take the coordinating die, I'm going to cut this out, and then I'll be back and we can start putting the card together. Okay, you guys, we're at the end of our video. We're going to start putting our card together. So let me go ahead and get the glue out so that we can get this glued down. We want to make sure this is nice and covered in glue because it has a lot of rippling in it from the paste. So we just want to make sure there's enough glue in here to get this glued down and for it to stay. And if some leaks out the side, some leaks out the side, it's fine. So we're going to place this onto the black paper. Wow, look at there. Place it the first time and it's perfect. So I think what I'm going to do here real quick is I'm just going to let something heavy sit on this for a minute and then I'll be right back and we'll finish up the card. Okay, so this has sat nice and dry. We will be putting this now onto the card base. And again, we're going to use a lot of glue for that. And this is just cut down just a little bit short so that it has like a white mat around it. So let's go ahead and put our sentiment on first. We're just going to put that on in the center. My head might get in the way. One moment. Then we're going to stick this turtle here. Perfect. Let's take the little baby here. And then let's do some sequence here from the Tropical Breeze set. And we're just gonna, let's place some on first before we commit. Let's just get a few here. That one. There. Yeah, I think that looks good. So let's go ahead and get these down. Like right there. All right, I'm gonna give these a moment to dry and then we'll come back and take a closer look at the card. Okay, so the card is complete. Let me hold it up here so we could take a closer look at it. Check out that. So darling with the turtles, and see how I did like the dot work on it? It just makes it looks like it has more texture. It looks really great. The sentiment actually came out pretty good. It is legible, so you can read it. And then just the added touch of fancy with the embellishment, and kind of matching up the colors where they are makes this look perfect. So I want to thank you guys so much for watching this video. I truly appreciate it. Make sure you leave some comments down below. Tell me what you think about the colors chosen here, maybe what colors you would choose, maybe in a different, maybe if you were in the desert, what color paste and glaze would you use? Because Picket Fence has tons of them. You can check them out by clicking the links down below with all the products that I used today. Also, leave some comments down below. Just say hello, say hi. We love that. Subscribe to this channel, click that notification bell so that you know a new video has come out, and then share this video with someone that you think would really enjoy it. So until next time, I hope you guys have a great day, a great week, a great whatever it is for you, and I'll talk to you soon. Bye.